Hello all and welcome to a new episode of the Crypto Bull. Now I know it has been a while. I've been quite busy the last couple of weeks, even months with marriage, doing business trips for work, etc., etc. But nonetheless, here we are finally again with a new episode of the Crypto Bull. Now in today's episode, for those who are not in the know of what Crypto Bull generally entails, I do a technical and fundamental analysis of a variety of cryptocurrency projects. Each episode is one coin that I'm taking a look at on how it is built, how it functions, and what to watch out for. This is educative, meaning I'm not giving financial advice. All that you see here on screen is what I can find and how the project presents itself. This is really a live stream dedicated to doing your own research. And in today's episode, we are going to take a look at KLEX, a cryptocurrency project. Going to refresh the page once again. Let's see here what's on screen. I'm going to open up CoinMarketCap. Always better to have multiple sources of information available. There we go. And it was called KLEX. No results. It's seemingly only available on CoinGecko. Nonetheless, let's take a look here. KLEX currently valued at, quite low. Not going to mention how much it is. Very low trading volume, it seems. Market cap unknown. 24 trading volume, $776. Fully diluted value, 980,000. So it's a very small cap token. I'm going to assume it is something which has been recently launched. Circulating supply, unknown. Okay. That's always dangerous. By reason, it is a necessity to know what the circulating supply is in relation towards the total supply. Reason why? Well, it has to do with growth, trust, security, etc. Anyway, total supply, 1 billion coins. Max supply, 1 billion coins. So assuming 1 billion coins will ever at max will be produced. I see it has a contract here, which implies it is not a coin, but a token. Difference between the two is a coin has its very own native blockchain, from which the coins are being distributed through a steadfast mechanism, etc., etc. A token, on the other hand, makes use of another blockchain from another token. From what I can see here, it's from a project I've done earlier, being Clayton. So it is a token built on that one. See websites here, KLEX Finance and docs.klex Finance. Community, Twitter, Discord. Yeah, I'm going to open it up already. Search on Twitter, KLEX. Let's see what it is doing. 24 trading volume, you can see it's going down. However, we need to verify with what current market sentiments are. You guys can see there's some volatility for Bitcoin here. So this one's more stable, but in an obvious more downtrend. Bitcoin volatility, but relatively stable with many ups and downs. 7-day. Well, the trend remains the same. I've got the impression it isn't that old. Okay, it's even fairly new. Listed November 15th, yesterday. So, okay, it's a very new token. Let's see what it is about. Automated portfolio manager and trading platform, but in general, I'm going to look down. Where can it be traded? KLEX Weekly. So that's wrapped. So that's a DeFi platform on the Clayton blockchain. KLEX is the current most active exchange. Okay. Everything towards money. Highest price. Yeah, okay. It's only important, but not much details. Automated portfolio manager and trading platform. First things first, This is immediately about finance. People who follow my live streams know that I'm very, very critical where it concerns all cryptocurrency and blockchain-based projects, which are all about finance, about making money and trading. So seeing something like this rings an alarm bell with me. Now it can be or can become a trusted project. However, sometimes it pays to dissect what is being written here. It says automated portfolio manager and trading platform. So trading platform speaks for itself. Automated portfolio manager, meaning that it has to do with smart contracts, meaning it has to do with intensive trading. Another red flag that I'm currently seeing is that immediately on the front page you have invest trade, two buttons to direct the potential customers or potential investors immediately towards the trading platform. Not a very good look. What I'm missing here are also tabs to see what is it about. Well, really distinction to go towards the various subfaces. However, it is quite new. Perhaps it is still in building. However, this isn't really a very good look. UVL, total value probably 10 billion. No, 10 million, sorry. Trade volume over the entire month, about 37 million. But this isn't really in correlation with what is being mentioned. Oh, sorry, what is being mentioned here. So that's probably a white little lie or something else is going on. Trading volume 33,404. The last 24 hours. Probably not up to date, or they're making use of other how to say pointers and websites, or perhaps it's an indication on what is being traded on their proper exchange by reason. Well, that's very, very different from what I'm seeing here. 0.0026 doesn't really add up, and we're both talking in USD. For traders, swap assets with best price and minimal slippage. So this one needs to be updated. So that's BS being told right there. This has variable swap, weighted pools, and more. Trader route to automatically find best trading path, efficient liquidity pool, best price and minimal slippage. Okay. Multi-hop, wrap BTC to KLEX. So BTC, hub to KLEX. What are these percentages being mentioned? I have no idea. Gas fees would be strange, considering Bitcoin is much less cheaper than a Ethereum. Or this is going to be the fastest route being decided being TAC, and not really with the swap in. USDC to die, 100%. Okay. Liquidity providers. Choose and form a wide variety of pools. No hyperlink, so I can't immediately verify. Very basic website, which is kind of troublesome in my opinion. Efficient use of liquidity. Stable pool, KLEX, Play to USDT. Okay. Connect and partner with KLEX, the most efficient decentralized exchange on Clayton. Okay. Most efficient liquidity pools, best prices. Okay, but what the hell is this all about? Let's open it up. Clayton DeFi Accelerator. So they make use of accelerators here. Top teams, top investors. Okay. See some names here, but yeah. For FYI, I'm going to mention it here. If they are going to share the core team or dox the entire team, it's always best to have real profile pics that you know what they look like and not work with avatars. Well, good thing is they've got the links here in order. That on the side, not much going on here. Very, very, very basic. And this one redirects towards the Clayton Foundation. Okay. So Crew is their accelerator, probably for doing things that faster. KLEX is the governance token for all in one DEX, decentralized exchanges. You can stake KLEX tokens into VLEX, which gives all the farming yield boosters right there to protect the protocol's treasury and fees, and voting rights on token reward emissions. So basically, what's the KLEX token? Well, it is the native token of their decentralized exchange. Each and every decentralized exchange has one token in one form or another that they use to do the swaps. So this is their native token. It's okayish, however. That's something to be wary about, which gives holders farming yield boosters. Yield can be translated towards leverage or over leverage, and well, liquidity problems can occur. So always be wary when you read something like this. Rights to the protocol treasury and fees, and voting rights on token rewards and emissions. So it's a governance token next to its use as a native token for more easy swapping. Bacchus is supported by top crypto funds. The Rust Manifold. You see, if they are going to make a reference towards their backers, generally they put out some kind of note by saying, look, we are backing that, support, yada, 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 and I need to be able to find them. And quite frankly, I don't see it here. I can only see Crew, which I clicked on, and which was, well, being used as an accelerator for probably their decentralized exchange. Nothing else. Docs, I see here documentation, so I'm going to click on it. But most of the things here are actually non-accessible. There's the application, which takes a very long time to load. Trade, VClips, IDO, analytics, pool value, volume, APR, different kind of pools available. We've got quite a lot here, but the application is quite slowly. Always be wary with that one. It can imply a little rug pull. Why am I mentioning it? Sorry, I'm going to re-highlight it here. Your KLEX is locked up for 6 weeks from time of claim. Can be quite dangerous, especially during bull markets. By reason you are dedicating your coins and tokens, you are earning, well, the native cryptocurrency. However, it also implies that the native cryptocurrency isn't immediately unlocked in your wallet, meaning you cannot immediately swap it. It is being held in custody for up to 6 weeks, meaning in that time frame, well, anything can happen. The developers can do an entire rug pull on the project, and you have lost your funds, and your KLEX or native token, which you might still cash out, is still locked up while everything crashes down. So that's always something to be precarious about. Invest trade, so it's 2 times the same thing. These are the documents. Kind of odd. Is it the same? Yeah, it's more or less the same. I'm going to close this one. Links. Introduction to KLEX. Let's see. An implementation of the balancer version 2 protocol on Clayton. Okay. Automated portfolio manager, liquidity provider, and price sensor that powers decentralized exchanges, and the automated portfolio management. So we know it is some kind of bot that you can use. It's, well, cutting corners here, not entirely correct, but that's basically what it is about. An automated portfolio manager, meaning it will choose for you the best route to do a swap or an exchange. And it's even mentioned here. And dimensional invariant surface, which is a generalization of the constant product formula described by Vitalik Buterin. I don't trust Ethereum and Vitalik Buterin neither. However, my popular Uniswap decentralized application. Uniswap, on the other hand, I know has an established name, so I can more or less trust it. I'm not going to get all too deep in the technical aspects of everything, so if you want to know, just look at the website docs.klex.finance and click on the hyperlink if you want to learn more about n-dimensional invariant surface. Generally, it can be broken down into much simpler terms. So everyone with this mechanism, yada yada yada. The pools, weighted pools, stable pools, bootstrapping. Currently, not all too interested in those. Liquidity provision, that's much more interesting. So swap fees, less proportional share, 50 initial value, value after transaction, 100 after trading, yada yada yada. So it's collected many trade fees and it's now worth 200. Pool itself will go over liquidity. So basically, this is how your funds grow over time with the amount of liquidity and the amount of, well, your proportional share towards a trading pool. So that's very simply explained. Initial, after trading. So you always get an increase in the amount of share you will have. That's basically it. Protocol fees. Small percentage of the trade paid by traders to pool LP set by the pool creator or dynamically optimized by Gauntlet. We'll introduce a protocol trading fee, which is a percentage of the trading fee. We at 1, but now would accrue to the pool's liquidity pool. So basically, trading fees are used to supply the liquidity pools. Basically, that's what it says. Flash loan fees, not a percentage of assets that are used for flash loans from Balance's vault. This is the protocol fee, goes to the protocol for allocation by government. A lot of fees for trade, extremely customizable. Pools can have different fees, so watch out if you start trading here. To the pool creator, this is how high the fees should be, ranging from 0.0001% up to 10%. Using a smart order route, the fees will always be taken into account when finding the best price. Will the protocol trading fees be turned on? Can be set by governance, yada yada yada. But there's a lot of liberty going on. What does this piece of information show me? If you start trading with KLEX, verify the pool you are going to trade in. Make sure how the trading fees are, how high the fees are. Sorry, bad English right there. It also means that not always the best or fastest pool is going to be the better one. Actually, what I try to say here is you will need to have a certain amount of trust with the creator of the pool. And generally, as everything where it concerns blockchain and cryptocurrency is as anonymous as possible, that can be very tricky. Getting more into it, I generally advise to only invest in coins which are older than 2 or 3 years old, that have passed a greater majority of a Bitcoin halving cycle, greater majority of a crypto market cycle. This one's very young and still has to prove its merits. So I'm immediately going to say, do not jump immediately into it, by reason with the fees that I'm seeing here. A variety of pools still need to prove their trust and their functioning. It's quite young. Smart order router, so that's basically What's it going to do? One-on-one. If there's multiple pathways to get Maker, it will take the one of least resistance. And for example, with wrap BTC, USD, Maker, up, and that's it. So that's all the liquidity, spot after price swap, taking gas into account, how it works. Not going to get all too deep into the details, but basically they explain how gas and the smart order router works. So the fundamentals on how it goes, but you can actually see it here. Differentiation between the two, USDC towards DAI, one-on-one exchange 100%, you have it. If you have one wrap BTC, you need to take gas fees into account, and you've got wrap BTC towards USDC, which then swaps towards Monero, Maker, sorry, and you've got Maker in your wallet, but taking into account all gas fees, you have about 89.52% of the total value you invested with wrap BTC. You've got a second router, which is wrap Bitcoin towards Ethereum. Then you have Ethereum towards Caitlin, the main blockchain it was based on, which then can swap towards Monero. Naturally, your transaction fees are going to be much higher. Just by reason, Ethereum gas fees are generally quite high. And you have, for example, only 10.48% remaining investment that you have in Maker. So that's something to be wary about. These are probably pulled from thin air, but it stands to show how close things can be. And actually, if you add them up, it's 100%, but has to do with fastest route. KLEX token, multiple utilities, a V. Can lock their tokens in order to receive VNFTs. VNFTs give you the following: voting rights, yield boosters, yada yada yada. So your token can be swapped towards NFTs to become an NFT, which the holder yields, gives you voting rights, yield boosters, etc. Do be wary about it. I'm wondering why they swap towards NFTs and not immediately towards something like stake-wise that can be used. However, now that I think of it, if you start staking, the amount that you have staked can become an important factor on how much you will earn, but yeah, will probably unbalance the system a little bit. And with NFTs, yeah, you basically got a card. So I'm going to say it's okay making use of NFTs right there. Voting rights to determine KLEX emissions, so that's what you can do. Growing treasury. As a decentralized protocol, no one power has a power to shut KLEX down once it's launched. Non-zero amount of assets lent borrowed from KLEX. Treasury will continue to grow. Redeem treasury funds. Okay, so there's a voting mechanism. Treasury funds, arbitrage able floor. So it continues growing over time. Let's see what the tokenomics are. Always for a token, verify the tokenomics. By reason, it will show you how things are distributed, and some things can be quite sketchy, especially with scams. Maximum total supply of 1 billion tokens. Maximum total supply will likely be significantly less than that. That's only on the condition if a burn and redeem mechanism is voted in. Breakdown of token distribution is as follows. User emission rewards, so that's the rewards you can get. Pool, V-stakers, early incentives, community treasury, Trust Clayton, developers, investors, and advisors. Seems fair. However, do take note. Treasury tends to be in hands of the developers, the foundation behind it. So you've got 9% plus, let's say 12. You've got already 21.5% probably in hands of KLEX. That's where it concerns the treasury. Got community, whereby they probably make part as well. Percentage unknown. I'm going to say 0 currently. Then you have the advisors. Advisors tend to be in the same foundation as a developer, so this part can be added to that one. Then you have the pool. That one stands aside. There's not much to say about it here. It can be in hands of the developers or the KLEX Foundation, or it can stand separately. For that, it needs to be verified on the blockchain how the movements and wallets are. Furthermore, you've got a V stakers. However, this is one catchy bit, meaning they are staking their KLEX, so that immediately belongs to the community in general, so to that 1%. So 16% is with the community. And actually, I should be able to I should redraw this one, but as you guys can see from what I'm mentioning here, they have devised the pie diagram here into much smaller increments and giving the idea it is very distributed. However, as you guys could tell by my explanation, devs, treasury, that's one part, that can be one color. Crust Clayton can also be considered one part, so you've got already this that belongs together. Pool 2 can probably be added to that same part, but we do not know. It needs to be verified on its blockchain. Early incentives might make part of the community, not entirely sure. You've got a user emission rewards. Let's see what they know about us here. And it isn't even given us as rewards for liquidity pools. So that's both pools. So it's a possibility those two also imply, well, it's partially towards development. So these three together with part of that one, a part towards the community. So you can see that KLEX probably has very close to 50% in its hands. So always do watch out. And actually, I can understand they make a division here, but you need to verify it on the blockchain if such distribution is true. Do not forget, this is something akin to a white paper. And while theoretically a white paper will try to, how to say, break down how things are built, a white paper isn't necessarily speaking the truth. And that's something I've seen plenty of times with scam projects, whereby the tokenomics looked very solid, but in the end, everything could be rerouted towards towards a foundation itself, and they could easily rug pull 70% of the coins they had in holding. So do watch out with that one. Mission formulas, rewards, pull 2 rewards, 3 rewards. So a little bit of technical analysis. Introduction, B-staking locking, no penalty, yield boosters, so that's about the boosters. Disclaimer. It's important. That's for legal purposes. So basically, what the disclaimer is saying here, look, we have developed a financial system, but as you can see here, very first lines, we are not responsible for all risks involved, meaning if we become insolvent or we stop this, you've lost your funds, we are not to blame. That's basically the legal shorthand from what you're seeing here. So meaning be wary if something like this needs to be posted. It occurs quite often with a lot of cryptocurrency which are reliant on the financial markets. Links, and here we see much more. Medium, blog, Kakao, don't even know that. Twitter I have open, Telegram not going to open it, and Discord. Brand assets, some logos. Clifford, so these are the privileged tokens. Audits. So audit September 2022. So they exist since 3 to 4 months approximately, and was only listed very recently. This one down. Medium doesn't exist. That's in Chinese. Minu understand. Let's see. Oh, it's in Korean. Doesn't translate well. Don't know what the hell is going on here. Ah, there we go. Ambassador program. Quite young. So some news items. Probably in Korean as well. So that's their social media. Would you say they're probably Korean based? Clap Finance. Probably part of the thing they are based upon. You guys can tell by the backers, Rock, Quantstamp, Manifold. These were exactly the same as these. The sole exception of Gate.io. Start worrying. These are quite a few projects which are very much interlinked. So they might be native towards the Clayton network community blockchain, I'm going to say. So be wary. As soon as things become interlinked, in such a way, it implies if one goes down, the other will follow as well. So where it concerns risk assessment, quite high, red flag. And then there's social media, but first I'm going to do the audit. Quantstamp, wasn't it one of their backers? Yeah, probably having to do with the audit report. Governance tokens, auditors, security, yada yada yada. Timeline, August, that they've done it. Token documentation quality very low. I can attest to that. Test quality medium. Source code is seemingly available. 42 total issues, of which 23 are resolved. High risk, 2 remaining. Medium risks, 4 remaining. Low risk, 5 remaining. Informational risk issues 7 with 0 resolved. Undetermined risk issues 1. High risk issue puts a large number of user-sensitive information at risk or is reasonably likely to lead to a catastrophic impact for client's reputation or serious financial implications for client and users. Meaning, very high risk. That's oh yeah, sorry, that's a definition. Yeah, my bad. Didn't say anything. Ooh. Reward boosts after lock expiry, so that's over leverage. Store combined amount stored value, that's fixed. Broken pause system is acknowledged but not fixed. If they say it's acknowledged, they generally imply, yeah, we're taking a look at it, but doesn't really mean it's being fixed. So those are actually 2 high ones. Especially this one, rewards boost after lock expiry, implies over leverage can occur. Mission schedule can become unsorted, unchecked return value. Missing input validation, attack can occur, which drains it. That's problematic. Rewards allocated incorrectly. That's not a very good sign. It implies that some funds aren't really available in the pools, but you can provide liquidity. That's troublesome. Privilege roles and ownership acknowledged, but considering the boosts, acknowledgement is somewhat understandable, though it might also refer towards unfair treatment CEO and developers over users, and that not the entire contract has been released, so that's quite dangerous. Ownership can be renounced. It's fixed. Okay. Let's hope they have renounced it, because you can fix one thing but not do it. The grow flow, underflow, yada yada yada, informational. Application monitoring can be improved by emitting more events. Misleading naming. Yeah, using transfer for claim may fail in the future. Acknowledged but not fixed. Well, the informationals here, which are all acknowledged but never fixed, can imply for a rug pull on the long term, so do watch out. That code mitigated fixed. So yeah, the audit report isn't all too nice. Let's take a look at social media. We only have Twitter. We're going to take a look at activity, amount of users, and amount of interaction. This following, that's Sarah, QuantStump, Rabbit Hole, Joshua, Clayton Korea, Kua, Multichain, Clayton. So main chain, Clap Finance, that we know. Multichain, so cross-chain development. That's probably one of the members here. So we're going to verify, because why not? Community growth at Clap Finance. So that's the head Schiller marketeer, I'm going to assume. 29th of July. That's, I'm not going to say it's a bunk account, but see this, see that, not doing a very well job. Oh, sorry, to get back like this. Joshua Crust, older account. Always be wary of people with an avatar. Go Clayton Go, so that's probably going to be a supporter. Not much to see. Rabbit Hole, GG, public, non-following, 80,000 followers. So that's probably a shill website or shill social media. Skills, cheaper tasks. It concerns the amount of likes, followers, interaction. Considering the amount here, it checks more or less out. However, can the same be said with these guys? For that, I am afraid. 29,800 followers. It's a pinned message, 24th of October. Time ago, but doesn't check out. Let's see. Friends Forever. Only 2 interactions. 7 likes. And I'm going to assume it's not even going to be with genuine persons. Okay. Might be real ones. Okay. That's good. But not much going on here. So they're having an ambassador program. KLEX token launch. Launched in September, and the audit report was from? The audit report was from August, and the token was launched in September. There's something sketchy going on. So dates do not correlate. However, it can be the case that they did a trial run on beforehand, and that on the findings based thereof that they did everything. But I'm actually getting quite wary here. I'm going to round up this episode and give you my thoughts. There we go. You guys can see me now. So KLEX, where it concerns this token, it is a very young one. If you want to invest, I'm going to say wait for a while longer. With verifying the audit report, you could easily see there's quite a lot of high risks still present, which need to be fixed first. It has only been launched, I'm going to say August this year, 2022, and the token launched in September, meaning it is still in full development, and it's really a high risk if you start investing in it. There's also quite a few issues in the sense that it relies on trust where it concerns providing liquidity to its pools. So yeah, and one of the major things which I do not all too much like, but that's a general theme with anyone following my live streams, is it is once again about finance. And okay, it is a decentralized exchange. I get that. However, their indication of being an automated portfolio manager is something, well, kind of sketchy. Also, from the audit report, you could easily see that the informational tidbit of the developers can be fully doxed, or ownership being renounced could be, well, is acknowledged but not fixed, meaning that the guys who own the project, which I couldn't really find because there was no team being mentioned, website was quite very, very standard, I'm going to say. Um, well, ownership cannot, cannot be renounced still. By reason they say, look, we acknowledge this flaw. Perhaps it will be rectified in the future, but currently, no. And that's something to be wary about, as it implies a great amount of trust. The key aspect with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is to have trustless money, to have trustless platforms, in the sense that you do not need to have trust in the platform to use it. This one does, and well, especially considering recent FTX and the crypto crash which ensued, is a trustless project one of the best things you can do. Something which does not require you to have trust in a project. And with that, I'm going to finish this little live stream. I thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye.